The moment you decide to stop letting your life go on autopilot and decide to observe how your mind is directing it, everything shifts. You go from just being the actor to being the director of your own mind. And that's where transformation begins. Hi, I am Fanek Hanjia. I am your host today on the day 9 of 21 Day Decode Your Mind Challenge. And I'm so glad that you are back with me today on this day 9. If this is the first time you are joining, welcome. If you've been with me also for the past week and for the past 8 days, welcome again. Welcome back. And before we start, I want to know from which country are you joining me right now? From which country are you watching? Just put it in the chat. Just put it there. I would like to know. And also, is it the first time? If this is the first time, just say first time here. Or if you attended most of the days that already happened, then just put how many days have you been attending so far. There is nothing, I'm not here to judge or anything. I just want to know, how can I help you better? How can I make you see everything that we did so far? And if you've been with me, you should know by now that there are worksheets that I am sharing every day. And the question is, as you know, did you fill your worksheets? The worksheet that we shared yesterday? If not, that's totally fine. You will still have 2 minutes after this session to fill yesterday and today. Anyway, the topic are like following up with each other. So it is a continuity. It's not like something is cut and then you are not able to understand it at all. All right, and if you're asking, I want to get the worksheet, but I don't know from where do people get those? Well, you definitely need to join my WhatsApp group where everyone is there, is connected, are ready to transform their life. So if you want to join that group, the link is in the comment. All right, all right, all right. Yesterday, we discovered something powerful. That event doesn't create our emotions, but our story, the one that we create in our mind, is making us react in those ways because we believe them. Now, today, I'm going to share with you the 3 ways your mind is lying to you. Yesterday, we understood that the situation happens and we directly believe it because in a fraction of a second, our mind will start creating stories. And even if our brain doesn't have proof, today we are going to understand what are those stories. So stay with me till the end because you will understand and maybe you will feel it so relatable when you'll say, oh yes, how do I know about that? And the thing is, it's happening in everyone's mind, including your mind, including my mind. I'm not saying like it's not happening to me. But the interesting part is, most of the time, we don't even realize that we are doing it. So today, let's dive deeper into those stories. And for that, let me ask you a question. Very interesting question. Have you ever been completely sure about a situation? Like, for example, I know that they don't like me. But later on, everyone is talking and you realize it was wrong. It's the reason why we didn't say good morning that day was not because they didn't like you. It was because they are going through something very stressful. Or maybe for you, it was you thought that someone was really ignoring you because they didn't check your message. Like why they didn't answer me. But later on, you meet them and they say, And you told them like why you didn't read my message. When you say, oh, you sent me a message? Sorry, I received a lot of message from different group and I'm not even checking my WhatsApp. I don't even have time for that. Sorry, was it important? Can you tell me now? Then you feel like, oh, I've been worrying for nothing. You've been believing yourself that this is true. But turns out it was wrong. If it already happened to you, then say yes in the comment. Yes, it happened to me. Because yes, maybe me myself, I'll be writing that down because it already happened to me actually. We believe in what we create in our mind, but we ended up thinking this is what is true. This is the fact. So I just want you to type yes in the comment. But now, as you're trying to understand and take back any memory that you have from your mind, like, was there a time when I felt I was right, but turns out after discussing with someone, after everything happened, I was wrong? Why does this happen? That is the question. Because do you know, our mind loves feeling missing information. It doesn't want to just stay there with nothing. But as it is doing that, they will feel information not always as what we want or as what is truth. So, how does it create stories? There is three ways. And I will tell you with different patterns. So the pattern one is mind reading, then we'll discuss about fortune telling and then personalizing. Let's see now which one do you use most. And if you can relate to any of them as I am narrating it, just put them in the comment. For example, if I talk about mind reading, you experienced that before, you can put mind reading in the comment. If you also experience something familiar of fortune telling, I will explain. Okay. So let me directly start with mind reading. Surely by now you will understand what does it mean. You think you know what is in the other person's mind, what is on their mind. Yeah, we do that. You know, when you say like someone look at you, let's start from the positive note. Someone, a stranger, smiles at you in a coffee or maybe at a restaurant or maybe inside the metro or somewhere in a public space, in the park, at a park. So they're smiling at you and you start telling, oh, they like me. Did it happen to you? Well, that is mind reading. But on another point, someone just passed by you without saying good morning that day, then you say, ah, I knew it. They don't like me. Or you made a beautiful dish. You made something beautiful. Maybe you repaired something or maybe you created something and you present it. And no one was saying like enjoying it or anything. Then you say, I knew it. They are always judging me. Or someone forgot to send you text. I love that text because it's happening most of the time. And they don't answer, and then you ended up saying, they are surely angry with me. Or maybe someone cancels something at the last minute, and then you say, I knew it. They don't want to spend time with me. They just do that out of curiosity or like just to be nice. But they don't want to spend time with me. Now the question is, do you have proof that they actually don't like you, that they are judging you? Yes, like for example, someone stares at your feet in a metro station or like in a public space, and then you feel like, oh, they are judging me. Why they are looking at my shoe? They surely like my shoe. Sometimes they lost their thought and they just ended up staring at down, and then your shoe just happened to be there, but you believed another story. So that is mind reading. And it's happening a lot. So the thing is, your mind just decide all the answers for you. You don't have any proof, but your mind believe this is what is truth. And we don't actually know. The reality is we are guessing. But because it is happening in a fraction of a second, it happens quickly, it feels like a fact. So tell me, how many misunderstanding begins now because of that? Because by the time we feel my friend doesn't care about me anymore, we stop texting them. We stop inviting them from something. Or maybe we want to talk to someone and we used to talk to that friend like when we are stressed, when we are overwhelmed. And suddenly today we try to call them, they didn't answer on the first ring. And then you say, maybe they don't want to talk to me. I knew it. Maybe I am too much to bear. Maybe they don't like talking, but because I am their friend, that's why they are talking. And a lot of things come into our mind, reading other people's mind. How many times did it happen to you? Probably more than what you realize so far. So now you know that we've been trying to read other people's mind. Same thing can happen from others as well. That's why I say I was thinking you liked it, but deep inside, did we really liked it? We don't know because it's just what we created. Now, what is the next one? After reading mind, one thing our brain loves also is fortune telling. What happens when you go to fortune teller? Fortune teller. They will tell you the future, right? This is going to happen to you. Our brain do that without needing someone from outside. You don't need a fortune teller for that. They are going to predict the future for you. And they will make you think like you already know what will happen. For example, you prepare for a presentation. Before you can even step inside the meeting, you say, I know it is going to be a bad presentation. I just know it. Or maybe before even starting that business, you say, I know I'm going to fail anyway, but yes, let me just do it. I know I'm going to fail. And you are going to pitch that idea to the client before you can even call them. Your mind is going, I know, this conversation will end badly. Or, yes, they are not going to accept my offer. It is too much expensive for them. Before anything can even happen, your brain tells you the future. Yes, it's happening, and that is called fortune telling. Or maybe right now, as you're sitting there, you say someone is trying to help you to change, like maybe it's trying to guide you. Then you say, anyway, I'll never be able to change, so you're just wasting your time. Maybe you've been trying to tell that to someone and they say the same thing. Then now you know they are fortune telling, as they said that. They are doing that to their mind. And again, none of these happened yet. The meeting didn't happen yet. The rejection from the client didn't happen yet. You don't even know the profile of your client and you decide they can't buy your product. You didn't decide the presentation didn't go yet and you believe the meeting is already lost. So, how many of them happened? Again, more than we realize. And it's like actually predicting the weather. When you predict the weather, you say like, okay, I think it's going to rain. Let me just grab the umbrella directly to avoid rain. Or maybe sometimes you cancel plan just because you think it will rain. And if it happens, the rain happens, then you say like, yeah, I told it. And if it didn't happen, everyone will make fun of you. And then you say like, no, 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 and all of that. And another misunderstanding will happen. Just because you believe you can predict the future. Your brain is very good at that. So that is the second things. And the next one, the third one, the last one is personalizing. Me, 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 me. Everything happens because of me. Something happens 300 kilometers away, it is because of me. Some other people are getting hungry in another country, it is because of me. Something happened, it is because of me. This happens when we assume everything is about us. Someone is distracted during a meeting, or someone is yawning during a meeting, or when you are talking and sharing your ideas. Then you say, oh, I know I am boring. I must have done something wrong. Someone suddenly cancels plans. Then you ended up saying, you assume. I knew it. I knew that they don't want to spend time with me. You had a colleague that is with you, or maybe a family member is always visiting you, and suddenly they become quiet for 1 month. when you assume, are they upset with me? What happened last time? We assume everything happens because of us, everything is about us. But what you don't know is sometimes people are just stressed with their own life. People are just tired with what's happening with their life. Maybe the world just happened to have war, those famine, those things that is happening in day-to-day life. Sometimes people are just busy, they are worried. They are just living their life. But we do the same thing, thinking everything is related to us. And the thing is, it's our mind. Our mind places us at the center of our story, as like we are the victim or the hero because of someone else's action or any situation that is happening in our life. And be honest right now. Do you think that every situation actually was because of you? If you believe so, just say yes. If you say, now I realize, just say, I realized. You don't have to mention what you realized, just put, I realized in the comment right now. And the thing is, all of this, mind reading, fortune telling, personalizing, they are all not true. We don't have evidence, but since our brain told it in a fraction of a second just to fill in some missing information, we believe it. And that's how we react accordingly. And while all of this happened, maybe you saw one event, your friend doesn't reply to your message. If you do mind reading, you'll say, they are angry with me. If for you, you are fortune telling, then it's going like the friendship is going to end. Yes, it's happening. Fortune telling, you're already predicting what is going to happen. This friendship is going to end soon. I know it. I can feel it. Or if you personalize, then you will say, I must have done something wrong. These are all on a negative side. It can also happen on a positive side. But our brain is always creating stories. Right now, I'm saying this in that side because most of the obstacles that we are facing is mainly because of the stories that are not true that we are creating in our mind. But why our mind is doing that? Our, our mind is just trying to protect us. How it is protecting us? Yes, our mind is not trying to hurt you. It is using different things its own way, the way it has been doing for a long time to keep you alive for a different situation that is happening right now. Because the only way to survive before is to make sure that we have the right information at the right time. Otherwise, it's like if we miss anything, then maybe we will be in trouble. We will not be safe anymore. So that's how our brain is doing that. So don't blame yourself anymore. Like, why am I having those story? And one thing also is, it's not that all stories are wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here to tell you that all the story your mind is creating are wrong. All the stories your mind are creating are wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you that sometimes the first story that comes that make you react in a way that you don't want, that make you repeat the same pattern all over again, is because that story is not true. So what to do? Yes, obviously we believe it's a fact, right? Because for us, for our mind, it is the real story. So what to do when it happened? That comes with our today's reflection. I just want you to think about one situation that happened last time with someone. And this time, think about a situation where you felt you were upset. or maybe any situation. Okay, I want you to feel free to just answer this with any situation that you felt and just ask yourself, was I mind reading? Was I trying to tell the future by fortune telling? Or was I personalizing, bringing everything and assuming that it was about me, even if I don't have evidence? That is the main thing. Do you have evidence? So, today's lesson is not about stopping you from thinking. Today's session is not stopping you from creating stories. That's clearly impossible. Your mind will always try to protect you. Your mind will always try to build stories and to make sure that you're safe. But the session today is about remembering what your first thought is and separate the fact from the mind reading, from the fortune telling, and from the personalization. Only that. It's simple because your mind is like watching movie. How you watch a series? If suddenly we cut the series in the middle, you can't wait to watch the next series, right? That's how those people know how to handle people properly, how to make sure that people stay hooked. Our brain is craving for that. It is asking for a conclusion of stories. So if it doesn't have it directly, it will create it for you. And it will always do that. But for you, it is to check with evidence so that you move from a grounded place, not from a place, not from a story that doesn't even have, that is not even happening. So that is today's realization. And also, at the same time, you may now understand that you don't react because after you try to read people's mind, sometimes you miss a lot of opportunities. Sometimes, if you go and sit there, suppose if you take it positively, suppose someone smiled at you and then you directly come up to them by thinking like, oh, they like me. And then you come up to them and say, hi, how are you? And suddenly they just turned normal and say like, why? I didn't smile at you. I just smile at someone else. Then you'll be like, oh, okay, it was so wrong. So same thing happened in a negative way also. If you do mind reading, then you'll be like, you will react accordingly. You will do something that maybe you will regret later. You will break relationship. You will have a lot of misunderstanding. So now maybe you will understand that sometimes you react to a story your mind created. And that realization itself can change your life. It can change you, it can help you avoid multiple conflict, multiple misunderstanding with everyone around you, with all the relationships you have right now. Because once you ask that question, when you are in the middle of a conversation, or when you are feeling that, oh, I think I start to have the reaction that I don't want, I think I have to, I am starting to create stories, then that is the place, the space. And once you have that small space of curiosity, of just asking, am I mind reading, am I fortune telling, or am I personalizing? Just by asking that question, you have space to observe, to question, and then to react differently, to choose your reaction. And that's how you slowly, slowly transform your life. That's how the step by step process of changing works. So, that is your realization today. You do not always react to what happened. Sometimes you react to a story your mind created. And so, next time, always ask that question. Am I mind reading? Am I personalizing? Am I doing fortune telling? What are you doing right now? And tomorrow, that's it for today. Tomorrow, we are going to dive deeper into why most of your suffering never actually happened. We are still on this series of understanding all the stories our mind are creating. Okay? So we are still on that mindset. We are still trying to understand the things that is happening inside our mind, the meaning, the stories, the truth, the fact, and everything around it. So, all of that will come tomorrow. And yes, what if I tell you? What if I ask you, for example, that most of the stress you've been living so far sometimes are not truth? Not because of what happened, but you've been living too much in your head, overthinking every possible answer. But maybe actually that never happened. But what you remember and what you felt, it's like it was truth. If you are curious about that, then join us tomorrow on day 10 on the 21-day Decode Your Mind challenge. For now, just leave with a reflection I've been giving you right now, and the worksheet will be dropped in the WhatsApp group. Remember, we are not here to change our life in one day. Transformation, real transformation, deep transformation takes courage, takes practice, takes awareness. Awareness is what we are doing right now. Practice and execution will come next. So don't wait, start now. And your mind is an amazing but complex system, and we are here to understand it deeper, piece by piece. From today, just be aware of your next move, your next action, your next breath. That is already a shift. So that's it for today. Signing off, Fanek Hanjia. See you tomorrow on day 10. Bye for now.